this video starts, guys, I just want to give a little intro saying that a couple days ago, or like about a week ago or something, I don't know, one of the most famous WWE superstars of all time, a very well-known guy, Jeff Hardy, was released from WWE, which means he was fired from WWE because of an addiction issue, or something. It was something like that, an addiction issue, and he has problems with that in the past, with addiction and all that, and I think he has an addiction issue, and he refused to go to rehab or something. It was something like that, and it was just just not a good thing. So Jeff Hardy was released from WWE, and it's just sad, man. And I hate hearing all the crap on social media saying, "Oh, it's WWE's fault. He would have been better in AEW." Or just trashing WWE. Like, guys, I get it, and it's no offense to AEW. AEW is awesome, but you can't insult WWE though like that and say it's bad. You can't blame them for that. You can't. Like, stop all that crap. How about just have some sympathy for the guy and stop blaming WWE, okay? Or WWE, yeah. Have sympathy for him. So, give love to Jeff Hardy and tell him to get better soon, because he needs it, and hopefully he can be back eventually. But yeah, or even if it's just like in AEW Impact, if it just I just want to see the man get better. So I don't care if he comes back to WWE or AEW, wherever he is. I don't care. I just want to see the man get better. So send your love to Jeff Hardy, because that's very sad news, and hopefully he can get better soon. We're here for you, Jeff. Get better, man. But now, here is SmackDown reactions. What's up, everybody? It's your boy C Money back with another video, and today, SmackDown reactions. Now, SmackDown last night was pretty interesting because Brock, for the second time, is on SmackDown. 2 weeks in a row, Brock Lesnar's on SmackDown, because Brock did show up this week again. And yeah, so I'll tell you how it started. So it started off with Sami Zayn coming out with a neck brace on and in a wheelchair, and he has two nurses with him, guy nurses, yeah, and they're like, he's like, I am going to sue anyone who was responsible for me being screwed out of my Universal Championship shot. And then Paul Heyman comes out, and he's like, I'm sorry all of you people have to see this dork, complain about suing WWE or just suing. And then he's like, well, Paul Heyman comes out, yeah, and he says that, and then Sami Zayn is like, well, Paul, I hear that Roman Reigns is not here tonight, so no one is here to stop me from ripping your head off or from beating you up. Well, yes, there is. Brock Lesnar comes out, and he grabs a chair, and he sets the chair up in the ring. He takes the microphone from Paul Heyman, and he says, and then Sami Zayn and Brock both sit down. Well, Sami Zayn is already in his wheelchair. Then Brock sits in the chair he brought in the ring, and he's like, look, Sami, I did you a favor. I'm the one who... there was no way you were going to beat Roman Reigns, so I just did you a favor. Yeah. And he's like, look, let's get out of this place. Let's go back to Saskatchewan. And oh yeah, he also said, oh, what part of Canada are you from? And he's like, I'm from Montreal. Sami Zayn said, yeah, Sami Zayn's from Montreal. And he's like, and that's like a French speaking part of Canada, so Brock speaks French for a second or whatever, and he's like, how about we get out of this place and go back to Saskatchewan, like a blah, 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 yeah. And then Paul Heyman comes back in the ring. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. What happened to the old Brock Lesnar that I used to know, who would take Sami Zayn to Suplex City and not be Canadian buddies? He would take him to Suplex City. Yeah. And he's like, and then he starts talking about how he might become the reigning, defending, undisputed. And Brock's like, okay. And then he goes ham on the nurses and Sami Zayn, and just goes ham. Oh, yeah, and Brock also showed up in overalls, which was hilarious. And Pat McAfee's like, he's in overalls. I dig this farmer gimmick or like hunter gimmick from Brock Lesnar. It's awesome. And so he's like so Paul Heyman's like, Paul Heyman like hyped him up, and he's like, what happened to the old Brock Lesnar? And he started talking to him, saying how like the reigning, defending, blah, blah, blah. And then Brock was like, he was getting hype and getting hype, and then Heyman just awoke the beast, because then he just went ham on Sami Zayn and the nurses and all that, which was funny, And then Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs defeated the Los Lotharios, or Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, which was good. King Woods got a new crown. He unveiled his new crown, because remember his old one was destroyed by Roman Reigns and the Usos, so he got a new crown. And he said, and the Viking Raiders were right there, and the New Day's Kofi and Xavier are like, we are the best tag team in the world, and the Viking Raiders are like, wait, but it's like, wait a second, and Xavier Woods is like, no offense, and they're like, okay, he's like, no offense, so that was fun, and because I said, Roman Reigns was not at this episode because he was at the Isle of Samoa or something. He was somewhere, but he wasn't at SmackDown though, and that's why Sami Zayn tried to like beat him up, because he knew that Roman Reigns wasn't there, but Brock was. So King Woods unveiled his new crown. Drew McIntyre confronted Adam Pearce, and he's like, so how come I wasn't in the Black Friday Battle Royal, huh? And he's like, oh, Sonya made the list, not me. And then he said, the higher up in the business or whatever don't want you carrying the sword to the ring tonight. And he says that. So then Drew took the sword and just stabbed it right into Adam Pearce's desk, which was hilarious. Xia Li made her debut when it was Sonya Deville versus Naomi. Finally, but like you had Natalya at ringside as like this enforcer or something. I don't know, whatever. Natalya at ringside, Shayna Baszler at ringside. So then Naomi starts, but then it's a 3-on-1 assault on Naomi. But then Xia Li comes out and helps out Naomi and takes out Sonya, Natalya, and Shayna Baszler. So Xia Li finally makes her debut, helping out Naomi. And I'm sure we'll see Veer, because he's on Raw. Pretty sure we'll see him this week. Toni Storm had a match with Charlotte, and Toni Storm won by a disqualification because Charlotte like had her up against like the ring post, and like she kept beating her up and kicking her, and then like the ref, he got to like his 5 count or whatever, so she got DQ'd. So Toni Storm beat Charlotte Flair by disqualification. So Toni Storm wins by DQ. She wins by DQ. And then it was funny. RK Bro was there on SmackDown. Remember, they're the Raw tag team champs, but they were on SmackDown this week, and it was this new movie called Jackass Forever. And Matt Riddle and Randy Orton met the cast or whatever, and it was funny. And I love how Matt Riddle calls Randy Orton just Randy. He's like, Randy. It's so weird. Yes, and the RK Bro was there because it was going to be the New Day versus RK Bro versus the Usos. Triple threat tag team match, and the New Day pull off with the victory in the end. Then And then it was Drew McIntyre defeated Sheamus in a one-on-one match, and then the most hilarious thing on SmackDown was Brock Lesnar confronts Adam Pearce, because remember, Brock Lesnar F5'd Adam Pearce twice, and that's partly why he was suspended. Yeah, and he's like, Adam Pearce, I want to thank you for suspending me. Because over the time that I was suspended, I got to do one of my favorite things of all time, and that's hunt. So what he did was he went out and he Brock loves to hunt, and he hunted this big deer. I'm sorry, no, it wasn't a deer. That's my bad. It was I'm thinking of something else. No, it wasn't a deer. It was a moose, a big 2,000-pound moose. And what he did was he went out, he hunted it, he killed it, he skinned it, he gutted it, which means like he cut him open, and and I don't think you want to hear that. He cut him, and then he ate it. Then he ate him. So he killed him, he skinned him, he gutted him, he ate him. And then he hung it, when he hung it up on his wall, he named it Pierce after Adam Pearce. And Adam Pearce is like, great. Just great. And he's like, and he pats him on the back, like just pats him on the back, like, pats him on the back and goes, have a good night, Adam. And he's like, thank you. It was just this whole funny story how like he killed a 2,000-pound moose, he hunted a 2,000-pound moose, and then he named it after Adam Pearce. Yeah. That was very funny, but but that's it. That's it, guys. SmackDown was pretty awesome. Again, it's always fun to see Brock. Guys, but that's it. Guys, it is December 11th, I think. Yes, it is December 11th. It is 14 days till Christmas. Can you believe it? It is exactly 2 weeks until Christmas. 2 weeks until Christmas, and man, the best time of year. I cannot wait for Christmas. 2 weeks till Christmas. I hope you guys all have a good Christmas. But that's it, guys. Leave a comment, like, subscribe for more. As I said, send your love to Jeff Hardy. Tell him to get better soon. But that's it, guys. C Money is out.